versus facts. Ayy, stats versus facts. Ayy, know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy, hella black, he on the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts. Ayy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Stats versus Facts Sports Talk, and we back for another episode. You know where we at. I'm here with the crew. What it do? Crew, what it do?
Salute.
How's it going?
Salute. C-Mac, G-Ray.
Me back?
Do you please or do you beg? Nah, never.
Never. Never.
Never. So, first off, I want to give a little shout out to the best on Fine Tuesday. It's back with you, boy.
Wait, in Spanish? What is it?
Bye-bye, chicken! Chicken for a butt on a Tuesday. You know, I'm a left feet being good, man. Chicken for a butt. Anyway, man, we got a lot of good content today for you, including what's up with the NFL. Like, what the hell is going on? We don't know. I'm just saying. It's a weird season, obviously, coronavirus stuff going on. I mean, let's get into it, man. Enough said. We start here. Before that, it was a nice little fight that took place. Nice little charity fight. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. I didn't have any knockouts. No winner was decided. Even though I think we know that Tyson probably won the fight, right?
Yep.
So, but it was good to see him back out there. Tyson, just said he's not really worried about knocking out somebody out. He wants to go the distance. He's in the charity and humanitarian. He says, I'm into that now. I was like, okay, Tyson, you got it.
Get him,
man.
Mike. Get him.
But after the fight, when in his press conference, he talked about Evander Holyfield and how his team, I guess, they tried to make a fight and his team wasn't, cooperative or something like that. And now Vander clapped back on social media and said, hey, my team's been ready. It was Tyson. Your people couldn't, wasn't ready for it. So I said, what's up? What do you guys think about that?
I think Evander ran for it. He didn't want it. And now he's trying to save face. And Mike did the smart thing. He did the smart thing is call him out like that publicly and kind of goaded him in to respond and possibly set up another match.
Right. C-Mac?
I don't want to see these fights, man. They're just, I don't think that's just not entertaining. Charity fights, cool. I think was it you I was telling about or somebody else? It's like they take the whole point of boxing. We want to see these people fighting to the death. And that's why I like MMA more. So I'm not into these type of fights.
To the death seat?
Death, man. Gladiators.
Blood sports, huh?
That's more UFC than it is boxing.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's why I'm more of MMA, UFC, kickboxing. It's a little bit more interesting for me, but yeah.
C-Mac like that bare knuckle boxing.
I watched a couple. Kimbo Slice, baby.
Ooh, RP Kimbo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Rip.
Without a doubt.
Legend.
Backyard brawler.
Without a doubt. The co-main event. Woo! It's what the internet is lit up about. My goodness.
Dear God.
Should have bet.
Oh, man.
I should have bet.
I'm glad I couldn't find on DraftKings.
Nate Robinson. First of all, salute to Nate Robinson. He went out there, he went out there and at least got in the ring because a lot of folks be talking about it but won't actually do it, and there's a lot of training that goes into it. Having said that, he just went out there. I think he expected to make a run at Jake Paul real quick because he was so explosive as a basketball player, as a football player, like that, and he just rushed into it and had just went swinging wildly. He had no type of training. It didn't look like he had any type of training or anything at all. He just went out there kind of swinging and then didn't have a plan to back it up. And Jake Paul actually, was, more disciplined and looked pretty good, all things considered.
I would say he almost lost the fight within the first 30 seconds. Nate Robinson came out of it way too aggressive, and Jake Paul wasn't ready for that. He was expecting like more traditional like boxing match.
Devil's advocate though, wouldn't you do that if your opponent is thinking you're gonna just feel him out like every other boxing match? Wouldn't you just try to much?
Yeah, but
unpredictable.
He showed.
I know it's not a great strategy to continue that strategy, but in the beginning, and especially when you have that distance, you need to cut it because you're smaller than he is. The reach.
Mm-hmm. But
when
it's not.
Try to
it was a good strategy, but he had nothing to back it up if it didn't work out.
Oh, yeah. Plan B was out.
So Jake Paul saw right through that, and he was like, "Oh," or his team saw right through that and told, "Just knock him out. It's gonna be a quick knockout, easy." So.
Mm-hmm. Exactly what G-Ray was saying. Very just rushed into it, didn't have a backup plan, and we ended up just internet is lighting up with the memes, man. Lord have mercy, man. There's some bad ones out there.
What was y'all's favorite?
Right
when I thought about it, I started thinking about the Simba one. I thought about that in my head, and then I saw on the internet. I was like, "Good looking out."
I don't know, man.
When they had Nate still they put him in the ring when Tyson and Roy Jones were still fighting. He was still in the ring.
Yeah.
I saw one for the Tempur-Pedic when he was.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
The one with Martin Lawrence. Oh my gosh, with Bradley Beal.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. I was like, damn.
And then the one with Steph. Nate's like, "I'm about to shock the world." Steph said, "You
ain't lying.
I see no lies." Come on, man. That was bad.
But did you think that first punch, that first one knockout? I don't know if it's knocked down.
That was behind the head.
That was a rabbit punch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was saying that like caught him in the side of the head. I was like, nah, it was in the back.
It looked like it was in the back. It was kind of like here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, after that happened, I mean, I don't think he knocked Nate down. I think Nate just kind of fell on the second one because he was trying to catch his, get his balance. His equilibrium was off already anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember him grabbing the back of his head.
Yeah, he was.
Right.
And I was like, oh no.
Right. So, but we hope Nate is okay. He is okay.
I hope
Nate,
okay.
just come back. Come back with I'm not gonna lie to you. If Nate comes back with a better strategy, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight again, but maybe somebody else. If he comes back with a better strategy.
He's not fighting nobody. He's too big. He's too big for his weight class that he should be in, for his height. Yeah. And he's not going to lose like 40 pounds to get in that weight class. Because not 40, he's like maybe like 20. 20 to 15 to 20 pounds he's going to have to lose to get in that weight class. He's not going to do it. That's the end of his career.
For exhibition match, though, I mean, they be fighting whoever. It's not even a weight class type deal. So, I don't know.
This is what happens. Catch on now? Celebrity boxing more?
Yeah. Say it again, Greg?
You think it's going to catch on? We're going to start seeing more celebrity boxing stuff?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Tyson even commented, he said he thinks that YouTubers have brought back boxing. Like YouTube fighters have brought back the excitement for boxing because MMA has, taken the spotlight.
Yeah.
MMA taking the spotlight. So
I think it sucks, but like I want to say it's like Mayweather's fault that it kind of detracted all the like the allure and the attention because his fights were like throughout the entire 12 rounds or whatnot. He would make him last all that. He would just stay up, dodging, weaving. It wasn't like he was going for
like knockouts, and those were like the big main event boxing events. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just what it is.
I think part of it is that, but also MMA is bringing fights people want to see. Boxing wasn't really doing that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Mayweather Pacquiao happened like 6 years too late. You know what I mean? And it was just like there were some other fights that were supposed to happen and didn't. So
Because there's like one guy in charge over Dana White, and he can make whatever fight he wants. Versus in boxing, there's all these different promoters and stuff.
Yeah, there's more opportunity for MMA, but because the promotion is so small, and you got more attention on it now.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it was cool to see. I mean, Tyson plans on doing it again, maybe going to Italy and France and around the world. He's trying to do this for charity. The man just loves fighting. You know what I mean? I don't think he's really, you know, all into, I'm going to knock you out. You punk. You know, he's not doing that. He's just trying to fight just for the fun of it. You know what I mean? And raise money, which is cool.
So I was telling people
Quicker. Not good, Chris.
I was just gonna say that I was telling people like it's not the same Mike Tyson, man. You look around where he's been and like who he's been talking to, he's been doing a lot of like mental he's been a lot of therapy and like mental work, so he's not super aggressive as he was back in the day.
Yeah, he's not having in his own words, he's not going around trying to get women and have orgies.
Always about him.
Right. We'll leave that there. We'll move on to the NFL now, man. Colts, I hate you because I had you for fantasy. You let Derrick Henry just run roughshod all over you. Jeez. Derrick Henry was a monster. He was a monster. Ran for, was it 176 yards, 3 touchdowns? Like
27 carries, 178 yards, man.
178 yards, excuse me. Dude was killing it, man. He was killing it. And I mean, I think we know now it's not Ryan Tannehill that's leading that team. It's Derrick Henry.
I mean, it's always been him. Just people wanted to make a big thing about Tannehill.
Yeah, because Tannehill is just bad. You know what I mean? So,
he's a good game manager, but it's all feeds off.
That's fair. That's fair. I should say that he's a game manager. You're right. I need to be nicer.
It's all based on Derrick Henry, coming off Derrick Henry.
Right. But yeah, the Colts couldn't stop anything. They're, you know, one of the better defenses in the league.
Nope.
Yeah. And also, AJ Brown is becoming quite the receiver. He's
money.
He is money. That is for sure. He getting in there for top 10 receivers in the league right now.
And you throw that slant to him real quick, take it to the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4 receptions for 98 yards. I mean, this is what? This is his second season. So yeah, man, he's doing good. So doing really good. Funny enough, we actually had a T.Y. Hilton sighting. I was shocked.
I was like, what? He's still alive?
4 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, I might have to pick him back up for fantasy. No.
I dropped him like a bad habit.
I dropped him real quick too. I have a stacked receiving core. But anyway,
I saw Fulgham out there. I was like, yink, when he was popping.
Oh yeah, I had him too.
He died. I was like, all right, bet. Thanks.
That was a very surprising outcome. I didn't expect that. You know, Titans did the dang thing. The big one, Mahomes versus Brady. Chiefs versus Bucks. I mean, Brady tried to lead a comeback, but a little too late because Tyreek Hill was the man. Lord. Boy.
Go cover him. Don't do it.
He pulled off the the Shannon Sharp. Help is on the way.
That man had like 200 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I was like, what the?
Yeah, ended up with 269, 3 touchdowns, 13 receptions. Mahomes, 37 of 49, 462 yards, 3 touchdowns. Although he did have a fumble.
Yeah.
I mean, who needs a run game if you got
From over 400 yards.
It'd be nice though to have a run game.
It'd be nice.
It'd be nice.
And let's not forget Travis Kelce too. I mean, he 8 receptions, 82 yards. I mean,
I can't believe they're 2 and 3 in the leading the league right now in receiving. That's wild.
yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Brady had 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, I don't know. I really actually, you know what? I do know. The leading receiver, by the way, for this game was Gronkowski, 6 receptions, 406 yards for the Bucks.
Like throwback.
Right. The crazy thing, guys, which I think has to be mentioned, is Antonio Brown had 2 receptions, okay, for 11 yards, and he was only targeted 3 times. Why the hell was he only targeted 3 times? Like, this is what Brady wanted. He wanted him here to throw that connect. Like, why is he only targeted 3 times? You need to use him, and he needs to be your number 1 guy because Evans apparently supposed to be your number 1 guy. He had 2 touchdowns, don't get me wrong. 3 receptions.
He's a red zone guy. He's good in the red zone to throw up the jump fade.
Yeah, very good at the red zone. But, for anything else, you need to get Antonio Brown involved. What did you bring him aboard for? You know what I mean? Like Godwin, 8 receptions, 97 yards. That's all right. But use Antonio Brown because obviously you're not going to use your running game either. I mean, you kind of use Jones. He had 9 yards, 9 carries, 66 yards. Fournette, only 3 carries, 10 yards. Fournette has been garbage since he's been in the league after being, his first year and with the Jaguars got hurt. I don't know what the heck is up in there.
They don't have an O line. They can't really. It's hard for them to run the ball.
Make stuff happen like Derrick Henry.
They have a good O line though.
Or McCaffrey. Dude, the Panthers O line.
Yeah, McCaffrey gets it done.
Mm-hmm.
Lady gets injured too.
This is true.
The best one is Dalvin Cook. That O line is terrible, and that guy makes it happen. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, I think it's safe to say we're not going to see a repeat of this game in the Super Bowl because the Bucs will not make it there.
No.
See, Matt?
Although I don't really like anybody in NFC anyway. I mean, like everybody has a problem. Seems like just like
yeah. I really don't know who's going to come out of the NFC. Like, I think I kind of narrowed it down to maybe like I can't say the Saints. They got that voodoo running around there.
yeah, they're gonna lose some terrible way.
Drew Brees is gonna come back and he's gonna throw like 3 interceptions in his first game back.
He's gonna think the other team's wearing his jersey and just start throwing to them. Like something wild's gonna happen.
Yep. And then Jared Goff. I mean,
Jared Goff.
Yeah. And I guess the only team, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, they got ran over by the Bucs. Seattle. Do we trust Seattle because their defense is coming along a little bit? Like, I don't know, man.
They got Carson back. Maybe Russell Wilson doesn't throw so much.
DJ Metcalf was a monster too. He didn't have any touchdowns, but 10 receptions, 176 yards. That was the most receptions in franchise history on Monday night for the Seahawks.
Being big and fast counts for something.
And he's number 1 in receiving yards this year too.
Mm-hmm. Breakout season.
Yeah. And it was funny because who was it? It was the coach from the Eagles.
Oh, Schwartz.
Yeah, Jim Schwartz. He said, I was in Detroit with Megatron. You're not there quite yet.
Yeah. Just let him.
Like
I
what?
think he did to get that ego going, that competition, like so DK could be like, all right, I'll show you something. I'll keep working. I'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, DK responded in the post game interview. He said, I'm not trying to be the first Megatron. I'm trying to be, the first me. And I said, I feel him.
Yeah.
Because they're not the same player. DK is faster to me.
Yeah, he's a little bit bigger.
Megatron was something different.
Say it again.
I said Megatron was something different.
Yeah. What'd you say, C-Mac?
I was saying I think DJ Metcalf is a little bit bigger than Megatron. As far as like weight goes, not like height.
I don't know about
Say
that.
Megatron was what, 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah, Megatron is 6'4". I think Megatron was a little bit heavier.
That was a big.
I guess maybe the last year I was looking and watching him. He was a little bit leaner, a little bit more agile.
I got you. I just remember at the time of Megatron, there was also Andre Johnson. Woo!
Underrated, super underrated.
Yeah, super underrated. Like, had DeAndre came when Andre was playing, oh my God. Can you imagine what Houston would have had with the Deshaun? Oh my goodness.
Wasted his career.
Woo! They would have been nasty. They would have been nasty. Anyway, I'm sidetracking.
Texans.
Texans are bad too this year.
I hope they don't ruin Watson's career too.
All right. I want to ask you all this question. Are the Giants about to win the NFC East?
I have no idea. I mean, I have no idea. No one really wants it.
I mean,
Everybody's trying to tank.
It's like,
everybody keeps getting hurt.
yeah. Daniel Jones is hurt now. Everybody's like on his second and third quarterback.
Except for the Eagles.
Yeah. Might as well be on their second and third quarterback.
Might as well put him in.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean,
It's the first one to 6, right? Pretty much. First one to 6 wins gets the division.
I thought it was going to be the first one to 5.
Could be that too.
Yeah.
The way the Giants have been playing, they might actually reach 7.
You think so?
Giants or Washington.
I have no. You could throw anybody and say they're going to win the division. I'd be like, okay, cool.
Washington's defense is actually not bad.
Yeah.
So,
Once
but
they have
neither the Giants.
Oh yeah. Even the Eagles, they tried a little hard in this last game.
I do. Cowboys are the worst defense.
Oh yeah, by far. By far.
But who?
You got spirit. Oh.
I mean, after seeing the way Washington beat the Cowboys down, but they weren't able to beat the Giants, I think the Giants are going to win the division, guys.
It's looking like it.
It's going to be between them and Washington because the Eagles have the Packers this coming up week. They're going to lose that game.
Yeah. What's this? Okay, so I think when I was looking at the schedule, the Giants have, I think, one more winnable game against the Cowboys at the end.
Yeah, that's the game I was saying. It'll be winner take all.
Cowboys have the easiest schedule. They've got like 3 winnable games. They have the Bengals without Joe Burrow. I think they play the Eagles again, and then they play the Giants at the end.
Oh yeah, the Giants do have a rough.
Ravens,
Giants
Bengals.
play the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Giants play the Seahawks, Cardinals, Browns, Ravens, and Cowboys.
Then Washington plays Steelers, Niners, Seahawks, Panthers, and Eagles. So like
Washington's going to win those last 2.
the last 2.
They're going to be. I think they'll beat the Panthers, and they'll beat.
That's the big game right there. If they could beat the Panthers, then they could win the division.
Mm-hmm. The Cowboys have what? The Ravens, the Bengals.
No, we can beat them. No Joe Burrow.
Ravens, Bengals, Niners, Eagles, and then Giants. So the last 2 games, like if the Cowboys have a chance, they got to win the last 2 games. Really?
You're right. I think they can beat the Bengals.
Because Ryan Finley.
I think they can actually beat the 49ers too.
Well, I don't know. 49ers beat the Rams recently.
We'll play better against like a team that's not in our conference that's actually better than all the teams in our conference.
Yeah.
That's just,
Games are pretty,
yeah.
doesn't matter. Those conference games throw everything out the window.
Oh, conference. Wait a minute. The 49ers are in the same conference. You talking about division games?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
no, I know what you meant.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I'm tripping.
I just have to make sure I knew what you were talking about. I was like, wait a minute, am I wrong?
Yeah, that's my bad.
It's gonna be interesting, guys. It really, really is. The NFC least and the NFC best. The NFC best, you have the Seahawks sitting at 8-3, Rams at 7-4, Cardinals now at 6-5 or 6-4.
6-4, I think.
Which I was shocked that they lost to the Patriots. They're 6-5. I was actually very shocked that they lost to the Patriots.
Yeah, especially with Cam Newton throwing like 80 yards.
2 interceptions too.
I was like, what?
And Kenyon Drake, 2 touchdowns, 78 yards with 22 carries. That's a lot of carries for that little bit of yards. So, man, it's getting interesting, fellas. So, the big question is, are the Ravens and the Steelers going to still play tomorrow?
I think it got moved, didn't it, again?
Did it?
I think it got moved to... No, I think it's on Wednesday, right?
It's on Wednesday, yeah.
I was thinking it was going to be today, but then it got moved tomorrow, yeah.
Do they play that game, guys, or what?
Yeah, I mean...
They got to.
Yeah.
I can't skip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know, fellas. I don't even know. They moved that game so much. So, C-Mac, I want to ask you this question first, and G-Rag, I want your response. You think that the NFL should pause the season for either a couple of weeks or a couple of months just to get things to settle down? What do you think?
Why? Why pause it? Well, like everybody else is continuing, and the college are picking up. What is it? Soccer has been going on. They finished their last year, starting the new year. What else? Women's soccer is playing again. Like, if it's not the fact that they should pause it. They need to fix what's going on and, like, I guess tighten up as far as like health goes and making sure that everybody's following protocol and whatnot. Like, I don't know how to explain it, man. It's just lack of effort and lack of trying.
I mean, does that mean you should pause it because you're trying to, you know what I mean, fix the health issues?
No, because there's so much time in between games. You don't need to pause it. You feel me? Like, games are Thursday, Sunday, Monday, and then this one coming up Wednesday. Like, you have so much time in between to implement new guidelines and regulations and whatnot. You don't have to pause the season, especially since the season's almost over already. You got 6 weeks left. It's practically almost over.
5 weeks left.
5 weeks? Okay, this is 6 weeks. Yeah, this is week 11, or no, week 13.
Week 13. Yeah.
Yeah, week 13. Yeah.
You read? What do you think?
What they should do, yeah. What they're going to do, keep it moving. NFL don't really care about people. They don't care about the health of people. It's a product. Let's keep it going. We got deadlines to make. We got money to make. Let's just keep everything going.
Yeah, that's very true. That is very, very true.
If any staff of the stadiums or the team have got it outside of the players, that'll be a real testament to whether the guidelines are working or not. Because if it's just the players getting it, then that's a cost to impose fines. Rather than
there is some staff as well outside of the players.
There'll be lawsuits. There's like the CTE lawsuits that came down the line later on after they found out all the information.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be lawsuits later down the road about, this, a player that got COVID and it cost them, like, gave them health concerns later down the line.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, guys, I agree. I don't think they should be playing personally, but at the same time, I don't know, stopping again is really gonna work. I mean, you look at the NBA, they did stop for what, 6 months? Granted, this is before we knew anything about COVID. It was before they were, going to be running through in a bubble, right? You can't. It's too hard to try to get all the all the NFL teams in a bubble. To play like in a bubble situation because it's just there's too many players.
Yeah.
So, what do you do to what do you do to combat that? Do you have them all stay together at the facility or something crazy like that?
Will the
what?
players even agree to all that?
They would have to because the players are gonna do when on their off time. If they should be more careful, but if they have like a meeting like the Denver Broncos quarterbacks did, stuff like that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you got to go out and play, a game with no quarterback. Shout out to Hinton for for going out there too. That was tough.
Poor guy.
For real, that was very, very tough. So
He deserves the bonus.
yeah, you're only getting like 40,000.
Yeah,
for that
you
game.
bump that up. A little COVID bonus.
For real. So I don't know. That's really, really tough, guys. It really is. So we'll see moving forward. We'll see how this Ravens-Steelers game is now also pushed back about 3 other games. I know the Cowboys-Ravens game was supposed to be this upcoming Sunday. Or no, it was supposed to be Thursday. It got moved back to like December the 8th or something like that.
You could move that to next year for all I care. We can knock that one off the schedule. It's cool.
Right. Maybe do they do something kind of like Ohio State versus Minnesota and make it a no contest? Or it wasn't Ohio State. It was somebody in Minnesota were going to play, and it ended up turning into a no contest or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of plan they had. I don't know if they executed it correctly. Without a bubble, it seems kind of like we've seen what happened to baseball. We've seen what happened to football. Kind of without a bubble, there's no really guarantees that you can control the spread of the virus.
If it ain't in the bubble, y'all are in trouble. That's what I got to say.
I'm just curious as to why NFL's having so much problems when I guess baseball had some of its problems, but not as much as football and soccer still going on, and they're traveling between countries, and playing 3 games a week, and not hearing as much. So how lenient some, I guess the NFL is being as far as rules and regulations goes. I think maybe that's where the issues are coming up from.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't compared their guidelines of all the sports and seen what the difference is. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And you don't even know if they're really implementing everything, to 100%.
And even if there is rules and regulations in play, doesn't mean they're always following.
Yeah.
Right.
You got human people, choosing to either follow them or not.
Right. So it's definitely tough. So we'll see moving forward, guys. I think they'll finish the season, but there may be some. It would just suck if in the playoffs you have a game and then Aaron Rodgers catches COVID, and then the Packers are forced to go with a backup, and it's just.
I hope they're thinking about that right now.
Yeah, I hope they are too. We'll absolutely have to see because that'd
be disastrous.
That would be disastrous. But we'll keep it right there. The Eagles, as we mentioned, do they need to just go ahead and clean house and just get rid of everybody? Kind of like the Cowboys need to get rid of everybody?
I don't know. I wish Wish was on the program right now to talk about kind of what he thinks as far as the GM, the coach, and the quarterback. Because that's kind of the 3 levels that you would consider getting off, cutting people or not.
Right. So, man, the Eagles, them Eagles pissing me off, bro. Yeah, what do you think? Talk to him, Swish. Oh, man, Mark. Don't talk about my Eagles. C-Mac, what do you think, man?
Give you an answer that will solve the problems, man. But like it's the whole division that's got problems going on, and honestly, right now it's just injuries. And I mean, if they can remain healthy, which is most likely not going to be the case, especially when it comes to like sports like football. So I couldn't tell you, man. There's no right answer.
I, I think it's two parts. I think number one, Doug Peterson has to go. I think Doug Peterson has to go. He won that Super Bowl, did his thing, but since then it has been a disastrous train wreck. Although they have won the division, I think twice under him, made the playoffs 3 times under him. That's good, but it's just bad right now. It's really, really bad. And they seem to have regressed every single year. So I'm just thinking you have to move on for him. Number two, I think you have to just start Jalen Hurts and see what he's got. Just see what he's got. He threw one pass one pass I think I saw, and it was for 6 yards, and then after that they took him right out. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. Because Carson threw it right at who was it? That got the interception in the end zone. He threw it right at the Seahawks cornerback like he was a receiver. Just
was it Griffin?
it might have been Griffin. I don't know what
It
he was
seems
doing.
like he has PTSD. Like he's just tired of getting hit. He's no longer making the right reads and getting the ball out quick.
Well, he has been sacked more times in the league, pressured more times in the league, and he has more interceptions. So I might have to agree with you on that. So Eagles got to boost their line because
That's the simplest thing, right? To fix the O line.
yeah.
But then you just see something wrong with the team, the chemistry, the leadership, and you just look at the quarterback and you're just like, this guy got it or not?
Yeah. I don't know if he has it anymore, guys.
Sad though, because like we saw the potential of him, and then he got hurt, and then now he's just getting beat up, and it's just like he may not ever be the same again.
Yeah. Injuries are a mug. But I'm gonna leave it there. Excuse me. Got an interesting fact for you guys. I know y'all love interesting facts. Because we are stats versus facts. You know
That's true.
In the NFL, the Browns chief of staff, Callie Brownson, became the first woman to coach an NFL position group in a regular season game. She filled in for tight end coach Drew Petzing. Groundbreaking. Got females out here, coaching. And coaching well, too. I mean, look at the Browns. They're 8-3.
Despite Baker Mayfield.
I'm missing
They have the best. They might have the best backfield with Chubb and Hunt. And it's really weird and sad to say, but I don't think Odell meshes with Baker because Jarvis Landry even looked decent the other day. But that Odell to Baker connection, I think Odell needs to get the hell out of there.
Baker just doesn't see the field well. He just doesn't. It's just not there for him.
I agree. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was an interesting fact. But we'll move on to some college football. Let's get all the football out the way, guys. Let's get out the way. So, sad injury to Penix Jr. from Indiana. He was out with the ACL tear this weekend. And that dude has been balling.
Yeah, he shredded Michigan State, Michigan, and Ohio State. 300 yards everywhere.
He absolutely did. And now to go out with the ACL tear, man. Oh,
And that's the same one he tore when his freshman year too.
Oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible. Cause he's definitely got a bright future ahead of him if he can, come back from that. But tearing the same one twice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Probably not play. I probably wouldn't play again.
We wish him
Look, I
well.
get the check, baby. I need to cash something.
Yeah. We absolutely wish him well because that's tough. That is very, very tough.
Speedy recover, my guy.
Mm-hmm. We had not Notre Dame, Northwestern lose.
They beat themselves.
Yeah, they did. In Northwestern fashion, I like to call it, because they seem to do good against teams that they should win or put up a fight, and then always seem to lose the teams they shouldn't lose to. They lost to Michigan State, unranked Michigan State, 29-20 for the first loss of the season. Then they were ranked 8th. That dropped them now to 14th. Obviously, not going to have a chance to get into the college football playoffs. I was really hoping that, maybe they might be able to mix it up with Ohio State. I mean, they might have gotten torched, but it, still would have been cool to see Northwestern in the top 4.
Yeah. But when you have 2 picks and 2 fumbles, 4 turnovers, it's hard to come back from that.
Very, very hard to come back from that. Absolutely. The damn Longhorns lost again.
You knew it. You knew it was coming when we started saying Texas is back, baby. You know it's coming.
I'm telling you, I think the Longhorns and the Cowboys are cut from the same cloth because they just seem to disappoint. They seem to disappoint. It's like it looks like they're gonna win, and then all of a sudden the defense starts failing, and then they just lose at the end, or get beat by teams that they shouldn't get beat by. Longhorns just. I mean, they're 5-3. Don't get me wrong, but
so you're saying you should have beat Iowa State?
Yes, they were up the whole game. And you end up losing in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Couldn't score in the 4th.
Huh?
Said we couldn't score in the 4th.
They sure couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you got to score in the 4th. You would have scored in the 4th. You would have won the damn game. But Cowboys do that too, though. So I said, cut from the same cloth.
Opposite. Same cloth, opposite. We can score in the 4th. We can't score in the 1st and the 2nd.
Yeah. We're already down by like 17.
Yo, we're down too far.
Zika's fumbled. We've messed up on a kick return.
I guess I'm just thinking about in the past, when the Cowboys actually against the Steelers they did that because they were up. They didn't score in the 4th.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, typically Cowboys always go. It's like always like to the last second, to like last minute. We're trying to go for a 4th quarter run for the game win. Like our starts are just terrible.
Jack special.
Yeah,
that's true. But there seem to be a bunch of times where they just can't score in the 4th though. Like they'll be up, and the other team comes back on them and just gets them.
That's why we got to run that triple reverse throw to no one.
Yup. They ain't see it coming.
Yeah.
Got him.
That was tough. Jared Patterson, guys. Oh, Jared Patterson. If y'all don't know who Jared Patterson is, go look this man up. Running back for Buffalo. He had 8 touchdowns, 8 rushing touchdowns. For 469, 409. What were your reactions to that, fellas? Because I was just like, I had to double take. I was like, did I read that right?
Yeah, it was a little crazy when you see it. You see that. But over the years, you see like performances, you're like, whoa, that's real. Like Samaje P. Ryan, little Dane Tomlinson. I never saw the Ricky Williams one, but
right.
Knowing Ricky Williams doing that, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, with Patterson coming out of a small school like, Buffalo, you know what I mean? Ricky Williams was what, UT? P. Ryan was out of Oklahoma. So you got these guys that are doing it at the big stage, but at the smaller stage like this, like he just tore them up. He needs to get some consideration now.
Yeah. He's on the radar. They said that he's been on the radar for a while. His freshman, sophomore year, he's rushed over for 1,000 yards. This
Yeah,
is gonna be his third 1,000-yard season.
yeah, he's nice. Cowboys drop Zeke and pick him up anyway.
Dang.
He's
Okay.
only 5'9" though, so they're
Yeah.
projecting him to be a third down back, but who knows?
Yeah, he's small. He is small, but we'll see. We'll see. And congratulations to Miss Sarah Fuller for Vanderbilt. Became the first woman to kick. First female kicker to kick at a Power 5 conference school. I thought it was just great to see her out there. She had just actually helped Vanderbilt win the SEC championship, SEC college championship for women's soccer, and she's a goalie too. She can kick that thing. Like, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. No, that was a cool moment. She was the
All for
third
her.
woman to kick in a college football game, which I thought was that was neat.
Respect.
So, absolutely respect. So, guys, now it's time for we haven't had this in a while, but quick takes are back, my brothers. Quick takes are back. QT.
Takes.
Let's go. We got that
Rapid fire.
SVF. Huh?
Say rapid fire.
Rapid fire. So, C-Mac, first question is for you. Ready? I'll put 1 minute on this beautiful clock right here.
All right. All right, yes, sir. Shoot. Fire.
And the clock starts. As Steve Harvey said, the clock starts after I read the first question. Good luck.
Fast money.
Fast money. Give me the name. No. So the Bears just tanked the rest of the season. They've lost 5 straight. So they just tank for the rest of the season, T-Mac?
Thinking so. Even though, like, strategically wise, they should. But I don't believe in going out there and losing. It doesn't make any sense. You're getting paid, and if I was the owner and I saw you were going out there and you were purposely losing, I might sue you, get my money back because you're not going out there and doing what I'm paying you to do. So, but if the owner were to, if I were the owner, I'd be like, yes, go ahead, lose, so we get a good draft pick. But I'm not the owner, so.
Rebuttal, Greg.
They're kind of no man's land. They're 5-5, kind of the other
6.
strat. Oh yeah, they're the no man's land because other teams are already like 3 or 4 losses or less. There's like a lot of teams. I mean, you're kind of stuck, and I think they're battling for the 7th spot between Arizona, Vikings, and them.
Yes, that is correct.
So it's like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I mean, they'll tank on accident, so
Yeah.
kind of like how it goes.
Right. Shoots. I even called it. I said, watch, the Bears started off 5-1. They're about to lose their next 5 or 6 games. 4 or 5 games, I think I said. And it happened. Sorry, Bears. You just don't have a good quarterback.
Yeah. It all comes down to quarterback online most of the time.
Yeah. That's really what it comes down to. All right. Next question. This one will be for G-Reg.
Shoot.
Can the Patriots sneak in and make the playoffs?
Theoretically, if they won all their games, yes. I would think they would have a shot if they get to 10 wins in the playoffs. But I'd say no.
Right now, they're sitting in 10th, a game back of Vegas and a game and a half back of Baltimore. And the Colts are sitting in that 7th spot. Miami's up there as well. So you would have to try to get in there and beat them. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah. They're both Miami and Colts are probably just a better team.
Yeah, I agree. Although Miami, we got to see what their quarterback troubles because it's like Tua, Ryan, like
Tua ain't got it. Yeah.
So I guess they go back to Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I'm not calling him a bust right now, but he just didn't look like real impressive. He didn't turn the ball over, but it wasn't like spectacular like a Herbert.
Mm-hmm. That was that question. C-Mac, can you read the next question?
Sure.
In Spanish.
In Spanish? Let's see.
Yes, in Espanol.
Is Terry Kill el... I'm just kidding.
Oh. Man.
What the heck, man?
I forgot.
Man came through.
I don't know what best and wide receiver is in Spanish. But yeah, is Tyreek Hill the best wide receiver in the NFL, Marshall? I almost had it. I forgot. It's been a while.
He said, "Can Tyreek Hill?"
Quick turnaround. You didn't expect that.
Yeah, that was terrible. But
Yeah.
I don't think that he is the best receiver in the NFL. He is in the top 5, but right now, I still would go, even though he's been injured, Michael Thomas, when he's, full up and healthy, I think he's still the best receiver, followed by, DeAndre Hopkins, DJ Metcalf is up in there now, and then Tyreek Hill is somewhere right there for, and Keenan Allen, can't dismiss him either. He's pretty nice. So that's what I'll probably have to say. He's in the top 5. Rebuttal?
Yeah, he's in my top 5. I mean, are you going off this year or are you doing like just in general?
You go off this year.
This year, yeah, he's probably top 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, top 3 probably this year.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, probably he's top 5 in the overall too. It's like I think you just throw in Julio too.
I forgot about Julio. Yeah. I forgot about Julio. I gotta throw in Julio, knock somebody out. Very true. Alrighty.
Yeah. Keenan's right there on the outside looking in.
Okay, I agree with you with that.
Still a very underrated receiver.
Yes, he is. Now he has a quarterback throwing to him. Watch out. Charges.
And 5.
Charging. All right. So, the last question is going to be, y'all don't know where I'm pointing because if I'm pointing at you, it may not be where you're at. Last question is gonna be for that man, C. Greg.
Oh, right in the middle.
Switch up.
Right.
Switch up. It's a toss up.
Jump ball.
Whoever wants to answer this one. Is Patrick Mahomes a lot to get MVP?
Dunk on that, C-Mac. Dunk on it.
I'm gonna say it's tough. I was gonna say no, but he should because he's throwing about almost 3,500 yards right now. Pull up the rest of his stats. 30 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. First, nobody has less interceptions than him right now in the league. He's third for touchdowns as far as everybody else goes. QBR, number 1. Yards, number 1. Stats don't lie. So, I mean, you're looking like you're about to hand it over to him anyway. So, regardless of what I say tonight or not, I'm probably going to get it.
Yeah. More than likely, he probably will get it. But I actually think Derrick Henry deserves it. And the reason why I say that, it's not necessarily saying that he is the best and that he's better than Patrick Mahomes, but by MVP, it's the most valuable player. Like, look at what your team would be if you weren't there. If you put another quarterback on the Chiefs, they would still be pretty good because they have an embarrassment of riches between Kelsey, Hill, Sammy Watkins when he comes back, Hardman. Like, they have pretty good receivers.
We've seen it with Alex Smith.
Yes, exactly. With the Titans, you take Derrick Henry off of that team, and they're probably just as good as the Texans, probably sitting around 4-7, maybe 5 wins. So that's why I think Derrick Henry.
That's the best argument for Henry, for sure.
Yeah, that's why I think Derrick Henry, to me, if he keeps playing like this and they finish with about 12 wins, I think he should get MVP, but more than likely they will give it to Mahomes.
You can make that same argument for Patrick Mahomes too. Because they're doing it above and beyond. The only other team that's got 10 wins is the Steelers, right? So if you take Mahomes away, then they'll be like average. Right now, they're above average. And if you take away the Titans, they're like about average right now. And you take Derek Hill away, and they're below average. So it's like it's the same argument.
You take away Patrick Mahomes, they're still probably a playoff team. They may
Yeah,
not,
but they're
and they're
not.
still probably.
They're not 10-1 though.
Oh no, I get that, but I'm just saying, you take Patrick Mahomes away, they're still probably a playoff team though. Derrick Henry, you take them off, they're not even in the conversation to be a playoff team. That's the difference to me. Because if they were, if you just take away Derrick Henry and they're still a playoff team, I'd be like, okay, he's not that much. Derrick Henry is that much of a difference maker. About 5 wins difference maker. Patrick Mahomes gives you about maybe a 3-win difference maker.
I mean, it's a valid reason, but
But I hear you.
You're arguing as if we're like basketball is like Chris Paul should get it over LeBron James. Not saying Patrick Mahomes is, but I'm saying because Chris Paul and the Thunder last year got them almost to the playoffs or to the playoffs.
They were in the playoff, absolutely.
Yeah, so they got them to the playoffs, but I mean.
But at the same time, Chris Paul's numbers weren't anywhere near being the top, though. Like, if Chris Paul would have been averaging like 25 and 6 and 7, then I would agree with you. Derrick Henry is number 1 ranked in rushing yards right now.
We're arguing Giannis versus LeBron.
Essentially, yes. Essentially, yes.
I mean, I think we all know LeBron should have won, but it's just me.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I do think LeBron should have won.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's Giannis.
Yeah.
I do think LeBron should have won. But, I mean, at the same time, it does go back to, the embarrassment of riches because LeBron had AD and, Rondo showed up. He had a better team than what the Bucks had because it was Giannis and that was it.
Yeah.
So
Giannis and friends.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, but LeBron did have the better season. And then given the fact of how old LeBron is as well, also made it a reason why he should have gotten, I thought he should have gotten the MVP. Because Mahomes is, young. I mean, Derrick Henry's young too, but, Mahomes, like you said, probably will get it. He has better team, obviously, than the Titans. If they meet up in the playoffs again, which they might, I still expect the Chiefs to win.
Yeah, the better record, the better good stats, and he's the face of the league now.
Right. Unless their defense just gets run the hell over because their defense is suspect.
Yeah. They're scoring 32. Their defense is giving up 31.
Yeah.
So they're winning by the hair.
Some people would say he's still winning.
1 or 100, still win.
Still win.
And I mean, if you want to throw in a third name there, yeah, I guess you could throw in Aaron Rodgers because he is having a pretty damn good season too. But he's more of a distant third. Like, it's Mahomes and Henry, like, right there.
Yeah.
So that went a little bit longer than expected, but we have to talk about that.
You have to argue about it, man. Sometimes people need to hear about it.
All right, people need to hear about it.
Because you don't hear Derrick Henry's name come up.
Mm-mm.
In the mainstream. Only on Stats versus Facts we bring up the real.
Yep. All right, Stephen A. Stephen A. took my point this morning. He was like, yeah, I know Patrick Mahomes is. He said, but that Derrick Henry should be. I was like, taking my point, man. I've been saying.
We got it first.
This message, Stephen A. Love you, brother. So now, guys, we're going to switch into a topic we haven't talked about yet. Matter of fact, I don't know if have we even talked about this on Stats versus Facts before? I don't know. Haven't talked with you guys. College basketball.
Oh.
The season has arrived. It started. No March Madness. I mean, these guys haven't played since right before March Madness. I guess the beginning of March. So it's good to see college basketball back. We've had some early troubles, though. I mean, understandable because these guys haven't had a chance to play with each other, and you have teams trying to work the kinks out and whatnot. But specifically for tonight, number 8 Michigan beat number 6 Duke, my team, 75-69. That hurt. That hurts. No, I think Duke has actually beaten Michigan State the last couple of years. So it is what it is.
Michigan State, tough program. Home built kids. Really tough nosed kids.
Mm-hmm. We had Villanova lose the other day to who did Villanova lose to? And they were ranked number 3. I think they lost to. If I can get that up. They lost to Virginia Tech in overtime. That was a shocker. That was a shocker. We had Kentucky lose the other day. Actually, they kind of got low-key. They kind of got embarrassed. They kind of got embarrassed by Richmond. Richmond beat them 76-64.
Coach Carter.
Richmond.
Oh.
What?
Dude, they had. I watched that game. They had like a guy. It was like 2 5'9" people in the backcourt. It was wild. It was like Isaiah Thomas and JJ Barrera.
I might take that backcourt. I might take that.
Yeah, they couldn't be stopped, bro. I was like, what the?
What about Isaiah Thomas and Nate Robinson?
Oh, it could have been them too.
I
I don't think this guy had hops, though. He's more the scrappy JJ Barrera, kind of stealing the ball from everybody, kind of guy.
I wouldn't take it. I would tell Greg not to bet on that.
They worked them though. Kentucky, very bad free throw shooting team.
Yeah, they are.
2 games already at 60%.
Up 6 right now.
Yep.
Who are they playing? Kansas, right?
Yes. And Kansas also lost. I guess it's not a bad one. I mean, they lost to Gonzaga 102-90. It was the very first game. Gonzaga is the definitive number 1 right now. So
Their front court is nasty. They got like a guy who's like young Paul Gasol.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got Jalen Suggs. Looks like he's NBA ready.
Mm-hmm. They look nice.
Yeah.
Other guy I want to ask you guys about would actually be, well, first of all, Baylor and Illinois are going against each other tomorrow. Baylor number 2, Illinois number 5, even though Illinois almost had a scare from Ohio, which is a very, very interesting game. Just to shout out Ohio, where are they at? I wanted to shout out, what was his name? Jason Preston. Now, if you haven't heard about this kid, Jason Preston from Ohio, his story is pretty incredible. He was in high school, barely played. They told him to go to prep school for a year. He did, played varsity, then JV, killed the JV, went back up to varsity, and then got one offer or something like that to Ohio after he did his thing, and now he's been tearing it up. So shout out to that man. Those are good. That'll be another good game. But the team I want to look at, guys, is Iowa with Garza. Give me your impression of Luka Garza, because he had 36 points in the first half against, granted it was against Southern, but I mean, I saw this dude. It looked like he had a hard time running. Not gonna lie.
That's good. Skill quality big man. Old school.
Mm-hmm.
With the foul line jumper. Back to the basket.
Hook shot. Yeah.
Got a good game.
Yep.
I don't know how agile he's going to be in the next level.
Right. It was my concern with him too. So
overall skill, it's hard. You don't see big man much skill anymore.
Right. And I mean, he's 6'11", so definitely, and he's a senior, so he'll definitely might come out. What do you think? Maybe late first round, maybe early second round, something like that?
Just depends on how the season goes. If he keeps showing out and has a good March Madness, then you could see him vault high.
Right.
Late first round. Him, Tilly, the guy from Gonzaga, and then Kentucky has a 7-foot guy that's pretty agile. He's like a offensive Willie Cauley-Stein. Like if Willie Cauley-Stein had an offensive game.
Yeah. He would have been a threat.
Yeah. There's some big men that are coming out that are pretty nice.
Right. Kentucky.
Sar, he was a transfer
Yeah,
from
Sarr.
Wake Forest.
Oliver Sarr. Yep, from France.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And they also have BJ Boston, who's supposed to go up high in the draft.
Really smooth score. Really smooth score.
Mm-hmm. Supposed to go pretty high in the draft as well. So
Lazy
definitely
on defense, but
right.
really smooth, just effortless score.
Right. Has really, really good, some good players. We also have the Mobley twins from, what is it? Where are they from? Is it USC?
I'm tripping on that name. I'm trying to go through my Rolodex.
Evan.
For USC?
Evan. Yes. Evan Mobley. So you have him and his brother.
Isaiah Mobley.
Isaiah Mobley, yeah.
Like guards or forwards or
7
what?
foot and 6'10".
Oh, the Lopez twins?
The new Lopez twins.
Yeah, the new
Let's
Lopez.
go.
Yep, that's what they're saying. Those are just a couple good guys. You have Sharif O'Neal hit a 3-pointer on accident.
Yeah.
An accident.
Top of the key. Just bank.
Yeah, no,
Bank is open.
Yeah, he ran down the court and was laughing. That thing was absolutely on accident.
Good to see him back though after all that heart thing.
Yeah, absolutely great to see him back. Shaq's daughter's actually going to LSU as well.
She's a bucket, man. I saw some highlights when she was in high school. She was a bucket.
Yeah. She's like 6.
Big girl just fucking moving. Technician on the block. Boom. Get on my way.
UT is actually still undefeated, which I'm shocked. I figured they would have lost it already.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, it's just Indiana.
Yeah.
We got our one stud for this year, Greg Brown. Let's go.
He had a nice him that had a nice dunk the other night.
Yeah.
Whew, that dunk was something special. But 2 players in the top of the class, and they expect them to go, well, at least one of them to go pretty high. Give me your impressions of Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham, 6'7", combo guard. Probably going to be probably be your primary ball handler at the next level. Really smooth, really high IQ. Not the greatest athlete, but like I guess I would say above average athlete.
I would agree with you.
Just very smooth. The only question mark was his shot, and I think reports out of Oklahoma State was that his shot he's one of the best shooters on the team. So that might have been oversold.
Okay.
But 6'7" guard. I mean, you kind of look at what LaMelo was, and then you see Cade, and you're like, okay, if LaMelo was Cade, then I can see why he's so wanted.
Right. I mean, they're 3-0 right now. They just beat Marquette, 70-62. Cunningham was 6 of 11, only took 1 3-pointer. So as far as that goes on the season, I mean, he's averaging 20.5 points, 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists on 50% shooting. So I mean, he's not bad.
Efficient scorer, ball handler, 6'7". I mean,
right. You're right. He is a smooth athlete. If LaMelo is coveted like that, great. Cade, to me, I see him as being a little bit better shooter and a little bit more athletic, but he reminds me a bit of slow-mo of Kyle Anderson a little bit with the smoothness of his game.
oh yeah, the little herky-jerky a little bit.
That's what he reminds me of, but definitely is more athletic. So he'll definitely be better. This is what I wish Kyle Anderson was. Exactly what I wish Kyle Anderson was, because he would have been nasty. So we'll definitely check out Cade Cunningham. The other guy I wanted to ask you about, he is starting a trend, okay, for young black athletes, both him and upcoming high school star Mikey Williams. We're talking about going to HBCUs, and the guy I'm referring to right now is Makur Maker playing his freshman year at Howard University. Thoughts on that, G-Reg? I mean, I know they got smashed. They're a small school. I get it.
Yeah, they've been getting smashed. I think overall, I like the direction. Obviously, I believe that black athletes should take their talents and leverage their talents and leverage what the power that they have and transfer it back to the historical black colleges to leverage, get more funding and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as what is happening to him, he's getting smacked. I mean, his team is getting smacked. He's averaging like 11 points.
Yep, yes, he is.
He's not even balling out. And then
actually, now he's actually injured.
He's got a groin injury, and they're talking about that he might be done for the year.
Yeah, I mean that's tough.
Tough, especially for the movement when you're being that first. That usually doesn't go the greatest.
Right. I was really looking to see, something from him, but shut it down. Come back next year. Maybe you'll get somebody to come join you.
You can probably redshirt.
I think he's going straight to the NBA.
You said redshirt, C-Mac. What'd you say, Greg?
I think he's going straight to the NBA.
You think he's gonna go straight to the NBA?
Yeah.
I don't think he's ready.
He isn't, but I mean, he was already 20 years old when he was coming out of high school.
He was a little bit older, right?
It's reclassifying, man.
Yeah, all these reclassifying. So
no, from my understanding, no relation to Thon Maker, right?
I thought he was cousins with him. No,
is he cousins?
I thought they were related somehow, but maybe I was just tripping.
I have to check that out. Not all dark African people are related.
I mean, it's Maker. How many Makers are there?
There's the Butcher, the Maker, the Candlestick.
Don Maker high school mixtape though.
Ooh.
Legendary.
Terrible.
I remember seeing the comments like, "This guy's gonna be like a more athletic Garnett."
That didn't age well.
Yeah. But great mixtape, man. Great mixtape.
Great. The power of mixtapes.
Austin Rivers, John Wall. It's up there.
John Wall was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the Austin Rivers. I'm about to go off.
Oh.
So actually, Thon Maker is your older brother.
Oh, let's go.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Not far off, but not too close either.
Yep. And he is actually, he's 22. C-Mac's high.
That's rough too to be 22 and be able to dominate.
The fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, no shame there. I mean, I don't know how long it took him to graduate high school, but I don't think I want to know. He said 22 coming out of high school? Okay.
I mean, there were some questions. I think they were talking about. Wasn't there some questions about Manute Ball and how old he was too, or some crap like that?
There's always been questions about different people about their age. Serge Ibaka. Who was the other man's? Wasn't Buddy? Didn't Buddy Hield get questions about his age too?
Maybe.
On the Bahamas.
I think so.
Maybe.
When you're coming from other countries that really don't like emphasize enough on
keep
like
track of it. Like,
social security numbers and birth certificates, it's gonna happen. But
Don got it too, I think.
No, they be questioning all the people coming from the black countries. Oh yeah,
Black don't crack, baby.
I mean,
Let's go.
you wouldn't know. He could be 33. We'd be like, oh, he looks like he's 16
years old. Baby.
See, they be doing it from the black country. They ain't never questioned how old Luka was. They're like, oh yeah, he's 20.
Hey, look, he looks it.
Luka could be 30 for all we know.
You gotta age like wine, not cheese.
Exactly. Oh, that's funny. So definitely
How do you think it hurts the trend of, do you think people are looking at it like, nah, that it's gonna hurt my draft stock, I'm not gonna go?
Yeah, definitely it definitely hurts, I can understand why people are like, nah, I'm gonna go straight to a bigger school and not hurt my draft stock. Or if this NBA pathway league ends up jumping up, might lose some kids going to college anyway. So
I'd be the first one to go.
Say it again, C-Mac.
I said high risk, high reward. You're the
They're getting paid
man
too.
you're the main man on the team, man. It shows your leadership skills and you being able to change.
Bro, I don't
like
have
a
to go to
number-
English 1 and write papers. You kidding me? Or have someone writing for me?
You can change the entire nature, man.
Shout out to UNC. You know you'd be writing those papers.
C-Mac says, "I'm done. What you know about that?"
That was cool, man. I'm out of there. Give me my associates and let's go.
Go, vamos.
Almost. Athlete. But yeah, college basketball season should be an entertaining one. Obviously, you know, just because you're a smaller school doesn't mean you're not going to get an opportunity to, you know, win the championship, which is what I like, other than, you know, the BCS, you know, how they deal with that. So
If you're a well-coached team, disciplined, and can shoot the three, you got a shot for sure.
yep.
We saw San Francisco beat Virginia, right?
Yeah, that was the other one. San Francisco beat Virginia. Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
They
That
shot
was-
like 48% from three.
Virginia's
Wait.
known to have some stinkers, though.
The choke, right? Yeah, they choked.
Although they did win. You know what's crazy? They're still the reigning national champions, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't stand it.
What, C-Mac, what? You were trying to challenge my stats or what?
No, I was trying to see if that guy. I played
Right.
one of the guys that went to UVA. I'm trying to see if he's still on the team.
You said you played one of the guys that went to UVA?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he's still on the team.
Give him the buckets or what?
Nah, not a chance.
Inside out? Inside out?
Please don't tell me he Justin Jackson you.
Oh,
chicken
okay. All right, there, buddy.
It wasn't a foul.
It wasn't a
It
foul.
wasn't a foul.
I mean, he's almost a foot taller than me, but all right.
I know. He is.
And a little jelly. Shout out to JQ, Jelly Fam. My man looks a lot better than he did at Villanova.
Oh my goodness.
Now he's at Alabama.
I couldn't have guarded him either.
Or Mac McClung,
It's a trip.
Texas Tech.
Went from Georgetown. I feel, man, Georgetown is, they're not. What they,
Dude, I watched them last year. I think it was last year. They look like it was like a B squad, like JV. I was
Mhm.
like, is this like high college level? Like, what's going on here?
They've been bad ever since they got embarrassed by Florida Gulf Coast back.
Remember that? They were throwing alley oops.
Yeah, that
I was like, what?
that was bad. Oh my goodness, that was bad. But I think that was what the last year, the Big East was even the Big East.
Mm.
Yeah.
Shout out to Syracuse running that zone.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was bad, man. But can't wait for some good college basketball this year, guys. It's definitely gonna be.
We're back, baby. College is back.
College is back.
We got good players.
Right. All right. So coming down to the last thing, NBA guys.
Yep.
NBA. We're
NBA.
3 weeks away from the season.
Let's go.
And really, what,
21.
next week, I think we should have some preseason games going on.
Mm-hmm. When does it start? The 11th or 12th?
The 11th, yeah. Which means with preseason games, who are we going to have commentating? Oh, yeah, Chuck. We're back, Chuck.
Barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken. Give me the ball.
Terrible.
Jack. Hey, you big dummy. Can't wait to go back to San Antonio. What they got down there? What they got down there, Chuck? Oh, they got them big old bloomers down there, Shaq.
The big old bloomers.
They got
Shout out
the
to all my
bloomers.
girls with the big old bloomers on. We respect. We love you still.
Inside the NBA, I can't wait till them guys come back. But for some NBA news, after being cut from the Hornets, Nicholas Batum is joining the Clippers. I mean, does he come out and just be the Nicholas Batum of old, where he starts D'ing people up?
Just trying to squeeze whatever juice he has left. If he has anything left.
Yes, man, because I didn't get that one. That was weird.
Just another
Uh,
wing defender, and possibly, hopefully, he could do something.
yeah. Evan Turner signing with the Celtics as a coach, as an assistant coach. I was surprised. I thought he was still in the league, but I guess he is in the league, but now he's coaching. I was like,
I thought
okay.
it was still playing because I saw his comment. The only reason I just remember hearing his name because I saw he was like, I want to fight Jake Paul too. And I was like, oh yeah, he's still in the league, but now he's a coach. That's crazy.
Evan.
Yeah, assistant coach. He just wants to focus on player development. I was like, okay.
That's crazy too. He was at Boston, then he left them for a big contract, and they gave him an offer to coach.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Oh, no hard feelings.
I mean, hey, congrats, Evan Turner. I mean, I think he's only like what, 33, something like that. He came in the league in 08 or something like that, or
Ohio State.
Yeah,
I take that back. I take that back. He came out later than that.
I always forget if he's Wisconsin or Ohio State.
He went to
Ohio State, yeah.
His colors. I'm like, bro, can y'all be
They're red.
separate? Like,
They're red and silver.
Yeah, I'm just like, be something different, please. Hurts my memory.
All right. Yeah, Evan Turner.
Evan the Burner Turner.
Second overall by Philly. And then
Balled out a little bit.
Yeah.
His last year.
32.
At Philly.
I was close. He's 32 years old. Wow.
Time to go to your next career.
I guess so.
Stick with it.
I guess so. Congrats to him. Congrats to Andrew Bogut on retirement. He's retiring after 15 years in the league. 2005, number 1 overall draft pick.
Andrew
AKA
Bogus.
So he was there.
The Bucks.
And Stephen Curry. Man, that's interesting news. Coming out with his own shoe from Under Armour, kind of trying to rival Jordan, Nike's Jordan brand. I mean, wow.
He's starting his own brand, right? He already had his own shoes, getting his own brand, right?
Well, yeah, it's his own
brand.
Curry brand?
Curry brand with
Kind of
Under
just like
Armour.
how Jordan has his brand.
You
I mean,
can't mess with
not bad.
Baby Jordan.
It's not a bad move, but yeah, you definitely can. Because, I would say beneath Jordan, I saw it was like Dwayne Wade, and then who else? I think that was the only two.
China. Everybody's going to that China brand, right?
Yeah.
Because China brand, right?
Yeah, because Dwayne Wade got Klay Thompson in that deal.
Yeah.
They can't even sign Clay.
Yeah. I mean, man, I don't even think LeBron doesn't even have his own brand, does he?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think he just.
I mean, he has a lifetime contract with Nike. You know what I mean?
He's got a line like
Something like that,
Kevin, Kobe, and Kyrie. So
Yeah, but he doesn't have his own brand. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, Curry really brought Under Armour up from.
Oh yeah, even though the shoes they weren't crazy, right? They weren't like, oh my god, I gotta get the Currys. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
We were saying
Good
Gary?
ankle- we all said something.
I was like, what'd you say, Greg?
Go ahead, Greg.
Oh, it was like the orthopedic ones. Remember, they were just like the house. They were just going hard at him.
Yeah.
Or they post those shoes from Walmart, the Velcro ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were getting on him. But congrats to Curry, man. I mean, he's Chef Curry. You know what I mean?
Hurry with it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So he's gonna go sign like a bunch of athletes, I guess, like golf players.
I would assume so.
Not for a while.
Were you signing Jordan or are you signing with Curry?
I'm siding with Jordan. What do you mean?
Oh, that's a tough choice. It's a tough choice.
Unless Jordan is cheaping me like how Kawhi Leonard said he was cheaping him.
There's 5 cents. You know Jordan's cheap.
That's the new like record label under the record label. How like was it Aftermath? No.
Aftermath. Some shady records.
Some Shady Records, and Dr. Dre signed him, and now Some Shady signed 50 Cent. 50 Cent signed
The old pyramid scheme. Illuminati.
Sir. Yep. Who's in the middle? Who's in the middle?
Pyramid, right? Throw up the rock, baby.
Oh boy, y'all.
Oh,
Oh, in the building. Oh, we need that Jay-Z versus Nas battle. Let's go get on it.
That would be the first versus I've ever seen. I'll watch that one for sure.
Absolutely, guys. Well, shoot, yo, that's the show.
It's a wrap.
That's the show, man.
So
We ain't getting into any soccer today, but we got some coming up for y'all on Friday. All right, some good soccer news. My man, U team still sucking, but hey,
Said Southampton. I was like, they pulled out.
I don't know how the hell they won that game.
I don't know.
But anyway, y'all, quick announcement. The Anchor, Spotify, Radio Public, oh man, I lost it. Google Podcasts and Breaker. If y'all haven't heard anything new on there, apologize. We've been going to YouTube. YouTube has been the thing that we've been posting on, so check the show out on YouTube. The audio should be coming back probably by the beginning of next year. We're trying this out for a little bit on the whole YouTube. So just check us out on YouTube at Stats.
Come over, subscribe, watch us.
Yep. And leave a comment. Hit that sub.
Smack that sub. Smack it.
Smack that sub.
Don't
Smack
just
that
gently press it. Smack it.
Or like Justin Timberlake did in Saturday Night Live. Bring on out the homeless man. Okay.
Oh, I love that shit. Love that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Check us out at Stats versus Facts Sports Talk against Stats versus Facts Sports Talk. He ain't got that VS. You listening to what, G-Reg?
That BS on .fm.
That VS not FM. That's right. Well, the FM will be back. Not the AM, the FM.
Ooh.
Check us out at SVF Sports Talk on Twitter and IG. Also, y'all go check out Spurs versus everybody. Spurs versus everybody. You know what I mean? That's on, I think that's on Apple now and Spotify.
I'm working on that Google Android's giving me trouble, but I'm going to get it done. I got you, Android people.
There you go. But yeah, guys, another great show. Again, thanks to Popeyes for feeding me.
Send us that check and that chicken.
For a buck. But
like a bucket of chicken and then check in it.
But yeah, we'll be back. Should have Danny G join us to preview for the Earl Spence Garcia
Little
fight.
cut man's corner.
Little cut man's corner in the thing. So we'll be back, y'all. For G-Reg and C-Mac, it's been your boy Marsh. And we'll catch y'all next time on that.
Stats versus facts. Ayy. Stats versus facts. Ayy. Know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy, hella black. He back on the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts. Ayy.